Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem New Year string. So it was asked in Educational Code Forces round 186 rated for division 2. So let's read out the problem. We will call a string consisting of characters 0 to 5 and or 6 a New Year string if at least one of the two condition is met. Okay. It contains the string 2026 as the continuous substring. Okay. It does not contain the string 2025 as a continuous substring. Got it. So yeah, understood. For example, the string 2025 um 21026 triple zero are new strings. The strings 2025 2026 2025 2025, and then we have a lot of three zeros 2025 three zeros 20226 are not new string. Okay. So what they're saying, you are given a string as you can perform the following operation a number of times, possibly zero. These operations, okay, sorry, this following operation. Choose a character in the string as and replace it with 0 to 5 and or 6. You can choose any one of the four characters. Okay. It's like we can, since the string is made up of 0 to 5, 6, so we can choose any character and replace with these four characters, any of these four characters. So calculate the minimum number of operations needed to make the string as a new year string. Okay. So um, if you see the statement, it all looks kind of very scary, but it's very easy problem. Uh, the main hint here is that if the string contains 2026, then it is a new year string. Okay. And if it does not contain 2026, then you will have to find if it contains 2025. If it contains 2025, then you can, what you can do is you can replace that 2025 with 2026. Okay, so when you do that, so a string will contain now 2026, and that will be a new year string. Okay, and if a string does not contains 2026 or 2025, then it is obviously that is a new year string, because uh, as here they said, like 000 is a new string. The reason being is it contains 2026, or they're saying a string should have at least one of the following. So within these two, they should have at least one. So okay, let me go to the board and explain you one by one. There are 7 examples. In the first we have 000, then 2025 2026. So yeah, let's go to the board first. So we have multiple test cases. In the first test case, string is 0000. So what they're saying is we have, they have given a string s, okay, and which is made up of characters 0, 2, 5, 6, these things. It may contain all, it may contain a none, kind of a thing. Okay, so now our main task is we should make a new year string. Since we now is a new year season, so question is also new year, so we have to make a new year string. How do you make it? So the first, there are two conditions. Even if at least one holds among these two conditions, then it is a valid new year string. First condition is that if it contains 2026 as a continuous substring, then it is a new year string, or else it shouldn't contain 2025, okay, as a substring, right? So if you meet these two conditions, then it is a new year string. So okay, if you see the first test case, in this first test case, do you find 2026? We don't have. Okay, but it is saying you should have a 2026, which is not there. Now they're saying you should not have 2025. Do you find 2025? We are not having. So one condition among these two is met, right? It's like this should not have. Okay, so we are not having 2025. So this is a valid new year string. Okay, so uh, in the question they had asked, you need to find the minimum number of operation that you will do. The operation is that replacing character. replacing characters. uh, you can choose any character and replace this character with either 0, 2, 5 or 6, these four characters you can do it. So when you're replacing, so it's like you're doing one operation. So the minimum number of operations you'll have to find. Okay, but here it is 0 only because you are not replacing any character. So this string does not contain 2026, and this string also does not contain 2025. Okay, so they're saying if at least one of the conditions are met, then it is valid. So we are not having 2025, so it's a valid one, so we are not doing any operation. Okay, let's try to see the second test case. 2025. So we have 2025 as the string. Now do we find 2026? We are not finding, so this condition is not met. So now do you find 2025? So it has, but in the condition they're saying if you don't have 2026, then you should not have 2025 also. So it is not a new year string. Okay, not a new year string, it's not a new year string. Okay, now the thing is you need to make this new year string. So how do you make it? So you have 2025. If you try to make this string as 2026, you replace 5 with 6. So now the string is this, s is equal to 2026. Now if you check the condition, we have a substring of 2026. So it's a valid new year string. So how many operations you have done? You have done just one operation. So one operation you have done. So the answer is 1 year. For the first test case it was 0, for the second it is 1. If you see 2026 third test case, so if you see third test case, we have 2026. Okay, now they're asking do you have 2026 in the substring? We have 2026 in the substring. So it's a new year string. So how many operations you'll be doing? You'll be not doing any operation because it's already a new year string. So you'll not be doing any operation in order to make new year string. So yeah, here it is 0. We have now 2025, 2026. This is interesting because most of the people will get confused. Okay, so this example is a good one. So is this a new year string or not? I'll say this is a new year string. Why? Because see in the question they have said, do you find 2026 as substring? We are having a 2026. So if they said like if at least one of the conditions are met, this is a new year string. Okay, so first condition is met, and if you see, do you find 2025? You should not have 2025 they have said, but you are having 2025. That is not like it's like you should not be following both the condition, only one condition. Even if it's meeting, then it is fine. So 2026 is there in the string, so it's a new year string only. Okay, new year string. So operations will be doing a 0 again here. Okay, so your third one is also you're doing 0 operations. Sorry, fourth one. Okay, now let's try to find the fifth one. This is also interesting. Now we have 2025, 2025. So do you find 2026 in the string? We don't have, and they're saying you should not have substring as 2025. So okay, so we have two substrings as 2025. Now what I'll try to do is I'll try to replace this character with 6. Your string is going to be 2026, 2025. Again you apply these operations now, these conditions. Do you find 2026? We have found here 2026. So it's a new year string. Okay, only one operation you have done. So it should not be like you need to change this also. If you find 2026 in a substring, that is good enough. That is a new year string. If you are not having any 2026, if you have like at least 2025 one times or two times or more than you know like more than 0 times, so in that case One 2025, you just convert to 2026 and it will be a new string. So only one operation in this case you'll be doing. And if a string something like this 0000 so 1 2 I mean yeah 2022 okay 5 something like that. So in this string if you try to see, we don't have 2026, we don't have 2025 also. So this string does not contain 2026 and it does not contain 2025. So it does not contain 2025, right? So according to this condition it's a new string. Okay, so now the problem I think you have understood. How do you solve this? First thing first, what you do is you try to find if there are any 2026 in the string. Okay, find uh, if there are 2026 in the string. You need to find it. If that is there, then the number of operations you will be doing is 0. Okay, if that is present. If it is not present, then you will move to the second step. So the second step, what you will do is you will try to find, do you have 2025? Okay, find 2025. If you have 2025, which means uh, since you did not find 2026 but you found 2025, so in the question they have said is that you should not have 2025. So for this 2025 you will be doing one operation to make this 2025 to 2026, and when you do this only one operation you will be doing and your this string is going to be a valid string. Okay. The other case is that if you don't find 2026, if you don't find 2025, so it's like you have not found 2025, so it's holding this condition, right? So it is a new string. So in this case also the operation is 0. So so this is the algorithm. So only the thing what you need to find is that you need to find if you have 2026 first. Okay, when it is there you will not be doing any operation. So if you did not find, you need to find 2025. If you have 2025, which means you have not found 2026 but you have found 2025. So in that case 1 2025 will be converting to 2026 and this will be a new year string and the number of operations that we will be doing is 1. And if you don't have both 2025 and 2026, so the number of operations that will be doing 0, it is a valid new string. The reason is that 2025 is a it does not have 2025, so it's a new year string. So let's try to code it up. Let's check the input. We have test cases. So test cases I've taken care at this position. For every test case I'm calling a solve function, and what I have is integer end, which denotes the number of characters in the s. So I have it here. Now the next is string. So second line contains string. Okay, now we need to first thing first, what we need to do is we need to find 2026. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll take a boolean variable found. Okay, initial I'll set it as false and I'll check, I'll go into the loop. I'll start from 3. I'll tell you why I'm starting from 3, because I need to find 2026. So the first character is that 0th, this is his first, this is second, this is third. So I will move 3 distance backward. If s of I minus 3 equals to 2 and s of I minus 2 equals to 0, 2, 0, and then s of I minus 1 equals to 2, and then s of I is equal to 6. So that is the reason I'm moving from 3 till n. So I'll try to find all the 4 substrings and I'll try to find if you have 2026. If you have found, right, if found means you have found the 2026, so it is a valid new string. So in this case you are not doing any operation, so your answer is 0. Okay, else what you need to do is writing that handle and I'll return from this. Okay, if you have not found 2026, we need to find 2025. So again, same thing will be found. Initially, I'll set it to, since it is already false only, let the value be same thing. So again, I'll run from 3 till n, and I'll try to find 2025. Okay, this one I think you have understood. If you find that, I'll set found is equals to true. Okay, and I'll break. What I'll try to do is I again will check if you found 2025, which means you have not found 2026, but you have found 2025. So in this case, one operation will be doing. Else it is already you know valid string, valid new string. So in this case, no, the operation that will be doing is 0. Okay, so this looks good. So let's try to run it. It is getting fast. Let's try to submit it. In the contest, it was accepted the same code. So let's see. Um, yeah, it got accepted. I think some network issue it was. So I think you guys have understood. Like the main thing was understanding the problem statement. So yeah, it was an easy only. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.